Jam, click that link in the chat right now so we can get you over here in Zoom. What's up, Steve? What's up, King? How you guys doing over here? Couple of you still inside of Webinar Jam. Let's get you guys all to come inside of Zoom. Let's get this thing going. You guys get that link. Make sure you're in there. Slowly matriculating over from Webinar Jam, but while everybody's coming in, welcome. I seen Steve and a couple of you guys actually sent me links, or I saw your links. I went around for some of you who have been DMing me as we started, and I've been just kind of keeping up with what you've been doing so far. But I love to be able to really know who's actually been implementing, who's actually been going through and doing the things that we covered. Last week, I gave you guys a major gem. We talked about Chat GPT. We talked about Stand Store. Two ways that you guys can really host your platform, the way that you can actually get content created and do so much, right? And I'm curious, first and foremost, like who had the opportunity to really like dig deep, go into Chat GPT, who started working on their content. Like, let me know in the chat what you guys have been doing. Like, since you found out, like, because, for me personally, like when I get access to like good information, like I start implementing right away, right? I'm trying to maximize, take advantage of the time. And I really want to know like who has like really understood and started trying to dig deep on this, because if you understand the power of Chat GPT in itself, do you, you can be light years ahead of where you are right now, but it's all about implementation. So first and foremost, we still got people loading in, but I want to. I seen Steve comment. I see Nikki comment. Let me get Steve first. We just do a quick check in. What's up, Steve?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. How you doing, brother?
Doing great, great.
All right, so let's talk. Like last week, what did you do from the time that we got off the call to now?
So the thing that I spend the most time and energy on is like just going into ChatGPT and then just creating content for my lead magnet. So I've came up with like some content for my lead magnet, and then I just like wrote everything. I used ChatGPT to like ask questions, and then my lead magnet is about real estate. So I have like 10 different steps that people can take to get started in real estate. And then so that's all done. I'm just missing some links in it. And then I also reached out to I was gonna reach out. I didn't reach out to anyone actually. I looked at Fiverr, and then I made a list of like the different people that I want to reach out to. And then I went in Canva and then also played with some templates as well in terms of like the cover. So that's where I'm at right now.
All right, so sounds decent. How about implementation? I know you talked about you looked at some things on Canva or whatever. But what are you implementing? Tell me everything that you've actually implemented since last week.
What I've implemented is the content for the ebook.
Okay. And
Yeah.
and,
So
and so your stand store, have you got that set?
no, I have what is it called a convert kit. So I was thinking of just keeping the same thing because I already have a list and then it's already in there. So I was just thinking of using it looks like it can do the same thing. So I was just gonna keep the same thing.
Yeah, so Stand Store is not just for email, right? Stand Store is everything that you would do to host and share and create and even hold your courses on, which is important, right? As you start out brand new, there can be a lot of technologies, a lot of software and tools that you use. I promise you, sometimes, guys, I spend thousands of dollars a month. I forget some of the stuff that I'm using because there is a ton of stuff out here. Like you can be buying shit all day long. Like you could go and start saying, "Hey, I'm trying to build out something," and you could be literally thousands into building out a course. And what's the course hosting platform? What's the text messaging software you use? What's the email provider you use? How do you follow like your followers? It's so much stuff that you can actually be spending money on. Funnels, click funnels, deadline funnel, ad event. The list is super long. But what I like to talk about is something that makes it extremely easy for anybody can get started with the least amount of resistance, right? And I know that's what keeps people from not starting. We get like the number one thing is like for most people is like when it becomes too much, it's too many things that you have to put into place. That's where a lot of people get stuck. So Stand Store gives you the ability to say, hey, if I want to be able to host my course content, I can do that. If I want to be able to give links that are clean to any of my programs, I can do that. If I want to host and sell digital products right there on the actual website, I can do that. I can create upsells, order bumps, one-time offers. So for a newbie that's getting started, it's like easy use, right? How easy is it for you to be able to get started, to get set up? And that's why I recommend the Stand Store first and foremost. It gives you guys a huge opportunity to like take away all the resistance that would typically come in with setting up a program. When I first started this stuff, guys, I would go and I bought ClickFunnels. Then I had to go buy, at the time, I can't remember what CRM software I was using, but it was like $1,000 for the emails. It was $1,000. It was like, that shit was like a whole bunch of different stuff all over the place. And then you start adding up, it take you $3,000 to $4,000 sometimes to host everything. Now you can really put everything into affordable household. As one household, so you don't have to get confused about where you put your stuff at. So, I want everybody to really be focused on like, hey, let's put our Stand Store, and let's start putting our digital product in there. Let's create our freebie. Let's put that freebie in there so we start getting opt-ins. What you got? Is that King?
I just wanna
What's up?
just wanna add a question.
Hold on 1 second, Steve.
No, it's okay. Go ahead, Steve.
No, go ahead, King. What was your question?
No, it's okay. I'll follow up after him. It's all good. Let Steve answer.
I just wanted to add like one quick question. So if you already have a mailing list, like what would I do with the mailing list that I already have? Because I already have the ability to do landing page and different things on there. So would you just like cancel that, or would you
No, I actually use ConvertKit. So it's not about using ConvertKit for email provider. What you're thinking about, like you create the integrations where you can connect Zapier to Stand Store, and that can now go right directly as people opt in. That goes right to your ConvertKit, which you can have sequences set up to be able to market to them depending on where they are in the process, where they opted into, what they got going on. So don't look at having an additional software. Stand Store is not just your email provider. It's how we're getting all the content, how we're housing our data, and even it's giving you analytics on who's coming to your link in your bio, which is really, really important type of information. To be able to know, like, okay, this person came from IG, this person came from an email, where you can really track and see where they are. You can see how many people visiting your links every day. You can see, hell, I'll show you mine. Like this is like great feedback. Let me share my screen real quick. everybody that's inside of the webinar, I'm actually going to close that out so we can just get it strictly in Zoom. Let me go to Stan Store. See, when I talk about some of this stuff, I want you guys to be able to see why I talk about it, so it's easier to make sense to implement. So, for example, I created Stan Store less than a week ago or so. Like, just like you guys, like I tell you, my idea is to always give you updated and the latest shit that I know you can use and implement. And this is just like in the last week or two, like less than 10 days or whatever it is, made almost $1,400. And this is just on stuff that I'm not even running traffic to. This is just people that click on my page that might have came from anywhere, who are just, hey, you can buy an ebook, you can sign up for the webinar, which is all really good. So like, for example, if I'm on an IG live and I'm talking about a live training I got going on, I say, hey, go to the link in my bio and you can sign up for my live webinar. That was for last week. You can see the date. You can see everything in here, right? This takes them, they click on the link, they can go directly to my Rona Proof webinar. See, and you see it, boom. Very simple. You see that? I now have the ability to place a link in my bio, have a clean link, and it looks good, professional, and you can date it. You can tell people, hey, go get the link. Hey, I got an ebook. You can put your ebook inside of here. I got my ebook in here. You can put sales. You can put discount prices, direct links to whatever you got, your affiliate links. This is like even my my challenge wait list that I have coming up. You can put all that stuff in here. It makes it very, very simple. But even deeper than this, guys, like I want to show you why I keep pushing this and why you, and why you should be like all in on it. Let me see 1 second. Like when I tell you you should be all in on this thing, guys, like the ability to really be able to have no real resistance as far as I can create my courses, I can put my notifications and everything for my people to find me in one easy, clean place, right? This is like having a website without having your website ready. So you can start working and having something that's dope right out the gate. So for somebody that doesn't have somebody that does website design or whatever, and you just want to sell like an ebook or your digital course, you can do that right inside of here. You can build it out. Like let me get back to this other page. I told you about. There we go. I told you about the ability to like truly create your course inside of Stan Store, which is something that you can do. And look at this, right? So inside, you can go to your store. Obviously, you can rearrange and move things wherever you want them. Do all that. I actually need to update this. Well, check this out. This is what I love about Stan Store. For those of you that are going to be first and foremost using this as a way to use your lead magnet. Lead magnet, everybody in here needs to have one, something that people can opt in. You're giving it, a ebook or a template or something in exchange for their information, right? So you can put simple email opt-ins right here, lead magnets, easy to create. You can literally create one-on-one paid coaching calls, put it in your bio, easy to get to. You can create your e-course right here inside of the platform. Like now, when we talk about, Steve, when I was mentioning the difference between Stan Store and, for example, like ConvertKit, like main purpose and what it's built for is email only. This is giving you the ability to be able to say, hey, I can really create and host my course inside of this Stan Store. And this is something that's crazy, right? Think about it. The amount of money that you can spend, and you can literally go inside here and build out and host, put your videos inside of here, your welcome video. Like, this is crazy. I mean, like for anybody that's, I know some of you are new to the digital marketing space, but to truly be able to say, hey, I can take videos that I make today. I can go in here and start recording videos. Hey, let's welcome to the challenge today. Da 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 da. I can do it right off my cell phone. Do it very clean. You follow me? No, nothing that keeps me away from being able to say, hey, look, throw a phone in front of my face, record the content, whatever the key takeaways and everything else. But why I say this is the best thing that ever happened was when you combine it with what I shared with you last week with ChatGPT, right? Who actually used ChatGPT since last week? Anybody? Who truly like was?
I did,
Who,
Tony.
hold
I
on,
I use that shit.
Don't interrupt me. That'll get you in trouble. We gotta be respectful. When we are doing this, and I know you guys get excited, I want to make sure you understand. I don't want to lose my train of thought as I'm giving game and getting teaching. I know we all want to speak, so just do me one favor. Raise your hand whenever you want to speak. I'll give you an opportunity to get that off. The idea of what's inside of ChatGPT, though, I don't know how deep you guys have started going, but even since I've learned about this thing, it's been one of the biggest changes in my business that I'm gonna be using moving forward. It gives you so much power, so much information. I mean, I did my whole freaking webinar last week off ChatGPT. Do you understand that? For those of you that are new to this and you don't really understand the true power, it's freaking nuts. Nuts. And if you get to the point where you take the time to really implement it with what I'm giving you with the Stand Store and combining the two, your program is going to be so ahead of where you could have been at when you first started. I remember when I first started, some of my biggest challenges was like having proper structure, knowing how to organize and put my course in order, knowing, what type of format I need to follow. That thing gives you everything that you need to be able to get started.
Exactly what you're planning for his funnel structure, but if
All right. So the piece that we really have to understand, everybody in here needs to really be in the action taking mode. You don't want to be in a wait and see mode. If you invested into this program, I want you to implement, and I want you to be able to really see the get in front of the curve. There's so many people that's jumping on this thing. There's going to be so many people that'll be hearing about this. I mean, the internet marketing world is pushing this thing like crazy. Everybody's talking about AI. If you get on YouTube now, there's tons of videos. So there will be a change. And this is like, it's not just for digital marketing, but just in general with ChatGPT, it's something that can be extremely powerful. I wish I had this when I was in high school and college. I would have used that on everything. I'm a bad man. I mean, as I'm thinking about this now, but what I want to tell you is even more importantly is like, yo, it writes my emails. It writes my script. I get floored with the amount of shit I can do inside of this technology. So when we think about artificial intelligence and what you guys are creating, this gives you the ability to say, hey, listen, once I understand what I'm actually creating, I can create an irresistible offer around that. And I can have the AI really dial deep and make sure I got the best product in the best positioned way. And I got multiple ways to be able to present it to somebody. I got multiple ways to be able to market it. All those things matter, right? And I want to make sure like we are really taking it and making the most out of the time that we have, as we're like, it's a lot of people new to this, a lot of people that haven't been able to use it, a lot of people that don't even understand the power of it. And if you've been in there already, you've obviously, I heard King, he couldn't wait to even talk about like how that shit, it gets you excited. I can't lie. I had somebody, Karina told me about it, and I was like, yeah, okay. And then I get to playing inside, and I'm like, whoa. And as I get deeper and deeper into it, I'm like, now I'm getting obsessed because this is something that's a game changer. This is game changing type of information. Getting inside ChatGPT in itself And I'll just show you guys an example of what I did in here, which is freaking powerful. Where's my chat at? Let me go to it. So for me, I'm gonna just show you how I've been using it. So check this out. I'm just gonna show you like the one that I focus on, obviously, in wholesaling. And you can see some of the prompts I've been using. Like you may have even come on a training that. So look at this prompt. Can everybody see that prompt? Am I not? Is it not on the screen? It is on your screen? No? Let me just unshare and then reshare real quick. How about now? Larry, you saying you can't see it? What are you looking at, man? I hit the unmute button. Let me see real quick.
Big picture of your face.
That's weird. What's he doing?
Yeah, I just see your face, man.
Why don't you see it, y'all? Everybody else see the screen, right?
Goddamn. Let's see.
But just for example, I'll keep going and hopefully you'll be good anyway. But for example, my prompt was simply make me a webinar. Look what it did. Sure, here's an outline for a potential webinar on wholesaling real estate for beginners. How to make money flipping houses without a license or experience. Gives me my intro, the welcome, breaks down the explanation of wholesaling, the skills you need, the common mistakes to avoid, talks about a Q&A session that you can have, everything. I said, what can make the webinar more engaging? Hey, polls, surveys, interactive exercises, Q&A, case studies, guest speakers, interactive chat. Make 10 Twitter posts for wholesaling real estate. Guess what it did? Gave me the 10 Twitter posts involving wholesaling real estate. Make me a Twitter thread on wholesaling real estate. It makes my Twitter threads. Let's go back to the top. I want to show you one more that was really crazy. Instagram captions for my live real estate training. That's pay what you want. And guess what it did? It gave me my exact caption. Join the live training. Gave me emojis. Like, like think about sometimes you might get stuck on not knowing what to say, how to say it, or what to put in your caption. Now AI is helping you create those captions based off the content that you're talking about. Here's another one. What course ideas will make real estate wholesaling more attractive? Boom, here's ideas, case studies, how to set it up. I mean, anything that you can think of as far as prompts, you can put inside of here and it's going to give it to you. I told this thing, hey, make me a 90-minute webinar with presenter notes. Think about this, right? Make me a 90-minute webinar, include presenter notes. Shit, guess what it did? It made me a 90-minute webinar with all the talking time, speaking notes and everything. So now I can be more organized when I come into my training. So I now have a real framework, what I'm going to be presenting, what I'm going to be talking about, knowing exactly the topics in each thing. And then I can even tell it, hey, expand and give me details of what type of slides I need for those particular parts of my training. Think about this shit, man. How unfair of an advantage do you have to be able to say, I can go inside of Chat GPT, use artificial intelligence, and start being able to really deep dive in how much I can actually do, and then be more informed, even myself as a presenter, on what I can give to give value to my people. That's the thing I want you to be able to understand. Like, I want you to be able to give value to your people and have the most out of what you can present. Now, if we start talking about from a position of, all right, you're a new coach, you're a new online marketer, you're trying to figure out a way to be able to make sure like you got content, you know how to organize your product, you know what are the disadvantages, you know what people or their fears are, because you can literally ask, hey, what are the biggest fears of people that are doing what I do? What are the biggest setbacks? How do I give me 5 things I can do to neutralize that? You can literally just ask it, and it's going to give it to you. So if I know the top 5 things that keep people from joining in my program are this, I can now create content around whatever those top 5 issues are. So now you can say, hey, make me YouTube videos, ideas, and script to as a prompt, right? Make me YouTube videos and ideas that involve the top 5 ways to get overcoming fear with talking to sellers, for example, for what I would be in real estate. And it's going to give me the whole context. It's going to tell me what I need to talk about, all my organization. It literally writes it out for you. So for those of you that, for example, just watch inside a Stand Store where you can see how you can create your own digital course or whatever. Now think about what your topic is. You've been trying to talk about identifying your niche in all these different areas, right? You identify your niche. You can go and start talking to the AI, and the AI can literally give you direction on what you should be putting out. How do you best structure your program? How do you put out your lead magnet? It can help you with all the things that we talk about right now. Every single step of the way, it's like a personal assistant that's smarter than everybody in here. It's the smartest personal assistant ever. Hey, write me 5 emails, write me a 10-day email copy for all my students, and it'll write the freaking emails for me. Then I go through and I just make sure the verbiage and everything is in my language. Hey, make that a little bit more exciting. Make it a little bit more of this. Change that, and you can change it. This shit's like almost like I shouldn't even be talking about this shit this early. Seriously. Like this type of stuff, typically like people just keep it to themselves for a long time because boy, you can make a killing with it. Some people that aren't even experts are gonna be talking about shit that they don't know what they're talking about, but they're gonna be able to sound like they do because they've been in Chat GPT. You go in there, you start being able to have it structure your webinar, tell you exactly what slides, the order of the slides. You can ask it like, hey, give me details on what I can talk about in these particular slides, and it's going to do it for you, give you the structure, tell you how much speaking time you need to have on that individual topic. Just think about the limitless opportunity that comes behind this, right? So when we say, hey, let's create a lead magnet, you can literally ask ChatGPT, what's the best type of lead magnets to make? What type of lead magnets can fit my niche? Help me create 3 different lead magnets, and then you can pick which one you like the best. Like, there's no excuse for you guys not to have a lead magnet already. There's fucking no excuse, man. It's like everything that I give you as an assignment, you can tell your chat to do it, and it's going to do it in a second. Watch this. Watch this shit. I'm going to do it right now. I'm showing you. That's the top. Do you see this shit? Make me a 10-step blueprint for newbies in real estate. Just that fast. I mean, are you looking at this, guys? What excuse do you have? Like, I mean, like, come on, watch this. Anything and everything you can think of. I feel like doing mic drops on these calls, like just be like, hey, I I come here and just show you like how simple. Come on, y'all. Are you seeing is it you guys all seeing this though? The simplicity of like being able to create emails, the simplicity of being able to do all the things that we talk about and we'll need. Um, can't spell. I spell irresistible. Can't spell. Why can't I spell today? Somebody put irresistible in the chat for me. I can't spell. You got me. There we go. Thank you, Karina. Just making an email right here. I think I'm stuck. That don't look right. It does understand you with typos though. Let me just do this first. So, pull up. um, just 1 second to pull these slides up here. I see y'all finally getting your referral links for your stand store. I'm telling you, this is the biggest and greatest hack ever. You guys have come in at the perfect time to be able to get into starting your digital fortune program. This is like when you start talking about being able to be on the front end of the artificial intelligence, to be able to get coached from someone that has already had a successful program. And I can even tell you with the things that I know in combination with adding the artificial intelligence, you guys are in the right place to be able to like blow it up really quickly. What's up, Steve? I mean, Larry.
All right, just a question. Because like I said, I've been a chat GPT, whatever it is cool, man. Because I literally took about 4 or 5 hours and just asked questions and made the ebook. And that shit surprised the hell out of me.
So you made your ebook with Chat GPT.
Absolutely, in about 4 or 5 hours, man. I just went through asking questions and then expanded on the shit that it kind of gave me, and then I kind of just went through and just tweaked it and kind of put, some of that shit in the way that I would say it, but it was minor. I mean, I felt like I was able to actually create something and actually over deliver without having to go pay somebody $100 or so, you know what I'm saying, to create an ebook. So yeah, I mean, and this was the first time I kind of played around with it. So yeah, it's kind of ill. But my question was, I mean, I did get the Stan Store, started setting everything up, but I had DM'd you, man, because I wanted to be able to get with you because I had questions as far as just kind of narrowing down my offer and the product and different trademark stuff before I really went out here kind of, mass marketing this shit without even having this thing kind of trademark. So I'm supposed to meet with a trademark attorney tomorrow. That was kind of set up from last week, but I kind of want to get these things rolling. Like I said, man, I wanted to just keep doing these things without waiting like, oh man, this, that, and the third. But I was able to create the book and all that kind of stuff. I didn't publish the stuff on the Stan Store because like I said, I don't want to be throwing stuff out there before I really have what I have, trademarked.
So here's the thing. Put it all on your store. You don't have to promote it. Get everything organized.
I seen the thing where they were talking about publish. So when you publish it, I didn't know if it was like some.
You can
you know what I mean? Like I can save it as a draft. I created the thing. I saved it as a draft. Exactly.
The idea I want everybody to do is to be actively implementing. Even if you got something that's, trademark or whatever that you're trying to make sure you're doing properly or whatever, take each step that we cover each week and do it. Man, even like any program, right? I looked at my real estate course. The people that are the most successful have something in common. Guess what it is? They actually watch the shit and they implement it. The people that
right.
aren't, they don't. So if you want to be successful in this program and you want to be able to get the results that you've been desiring when you first signed up, it's about, obviously showing up to the program and then obviously implementing after that, which is like the most critical piece is, if I say, hey guys, go create a Stan Store, hey, go check out Chat GPT, you should be immersed in it. You should be obsessed with it. You should be like, wait, I'm learning all these new things and I need to be putting it together right now. I don't want you to go, I got to wait week to week and I'm not we take it.
I wouldn't did all that. I really did. Like I said, I had the ebook. I hired a graphic designer yesterday.
Only building. Everything is focused on the build. Don't get focused on being perfect. You're learning, but you want to be implementing and taking action. Our main focus is for you to get the information that you can put into play right now, and it doesn't take you forever to get done. So every single week, I just want to make sure whatever we cover for everybody that you at least take the steps to start doing to get familiar with it. Get inside of Stan Store, get into Chat GPT, go through and see how these things functionality and everything works, so and have the confidence to use it. You're not going to learn it any other way. Even if you haven't decided what your offer is, even if you haven't decided what product you're going to sell first, these are things that you want to be familiar with. So when the time does come, everything's not freaking brand new again. And it's like you start from scratch. I want you all to be like in the know of how this AI, this artificial intelligence, life changing. Like you can do so much. I mean, I'm still finding out stuff you can do. I'll be up. Everything on my YouTube feed now just seems to be popped up with Chat GPT. Like I go into my YouTube app now, and the whole app is Chat GPT. I'm searching everything. I want to know every prompt. I want to know the ability, the functionality, because there's a lot of people that are even saying that they were afraid of it. I had that. I started talking to Chat. I started having to make contracts. This thing is insane. It makes freaking contracts. Hey, make me a contract on X, Y, and Z. It does it. The extreme power in that, what's up, King, is nuts. King, what's up? Got you.
Talking about contracts. Talking about contracts. So you know I'm a contractor. I do a lot of contracts. I just recently I just finished a job 4 days ago, and the language on my contract, you know, I got all the, you know, in the event of a breach contract, the customer is responsible for attorney fees and court costs, and you know, and weather delays, and you know, I cover myself. Like I make sure I don't put it like a completion date to make sure that they don't hold me accountable for that day, and then a whole bunch of problems. Anyways, finished the job. Customer didn't want to pay. They paid all the payments before then. Then the last payment they didn't want to pay. They kept the job. I'm out all the money. You know, whatever.
We getting off the course topic. What are you on?
So this is what I'm trying to say is there a contract like when I sell
we're not talking contracts right now. We got to stay on focus with the actual program what we implementing. Like yeah, that's jumping out of scope.
All right, really quick. What I want to try to do is I want to know if there's a way to protect myself once I sell the digital product. Let's say, like I don't accept credit cards because I had it before where somebody back charged the card from my services. So if I sell them a ebook or a webinar or something, they pay with a credit card. I need to find, or I need to think about something or help with how to protect myself from them back charging, or you know, trying to say, well, I bought this course from you or bought this ebook from you, and you know, none of the things work, so I need my money back.
That's not today's topic. We'll get to that, but that's just a part of fucking business. As soon as we created this course, somebody charged back before we even started. That's just business, man. Like good product, bad product. Like some people just charge back. Like, but that's something we'll cover later in the training. Like, but the reality is that's just the cost of business, and it's going to be a small percentage of people that you deal with that will charge back. It's unfortunate. This is the cost of doing business, man. Some people it's not if it's a good product or a bad product. Just the fact that they might have needed the money. They looked at something that they had spent money on. They go, hey, I need that shit back, and they go call the bank and say they didn't do it. Sometimes it's just as simple as that, and there's nothing that you can do about it. But the thing that I want to really this program, I want everybody to understand structure. I'm trying to give you structure, how you can get from point A to point Z in a straight line, right? So I'm not trying to have you jump from figuring out what your league magnet is to talking about chargebacks and stuff before you even understand how to get asses in seats, how to build up your shit. Like focus on like A, B, C. Like I see so many people that spin out and crash out because they're trying to figure out the end product before they actually get through all the other steps. So I'm giving you a direct flow to being organized and being able to capture this thing. I know some of you might feel like you're a little bit more advanced, but I'm crawl, walk, running you, right? If you ain't doing 6 or 7 figures already, I'm crawl, walk, running you. Anybody here doing 6 figures a month? All right, listen to me then. That's the key. Because I do, and that means keep the structure. Stay focused on the actual things that we're covering, and I'll get to all that shit. I've done it. Like that's the idea of getting coaching. You get direction from somebody that's going to be able to put you in the best possible position. So I didn't even say that to be funny. I'm like being dead ass. Like I want to try and be funny. I see this so much. It's the same thing in my real estate course. What do people want to do? They want to come in at the beginning and they want to go from, okay, how do I find my leads to how do I close a deal? And they skip all the stuff in the middle, which is so vital. Then they go, I can't figure out why I'm not making any money. I can't figure out why I'm not closing any deals. Because you don't know what the hell you're doing. And you try to jump straight to the end. You're worried about the chargeback, but the chargeback don't have nothing to do about the fact that we got to have an organized store. We got to have a way to present it. We got to make sure that we got our offer right. We got to have an irresistible offer, which we're going to talk about tonight. We can never get to it, right? But, you know, these are the things that we got to really be focused on as far as really following structure and being an implementer. each week is like literally designed to take you through every step to get you to be able to execute at the end and be able to make and launch your product and be able to make the money on the back end. I'm taking you down the journey. Just follow the journey, follow the path each week. After we go through a week, implement everything we did from that week and then the previous 2 weeks, and you'll be good to go, or whatever it was, the previous 3, like, you know, as we go, you just stack them up and you implement. And as we go through, after all the weeks are in, I promise you, every element of what we cover, everything that you're going to need to know, I'll cover. You're going to be solid. You're going to have everything to give you the confidence to be able to go out here and execute in this very market right now, having all the edge with AI and having a coach that's giving you the game and assisting you on your journey. So don't feel like you got to jump too fast. Just really take your time, go through and implement the things we have. So my main things that I want to hear about when we come into a training is anything that we covered in this week or a previous training. Like, some of us like really get off like we get to speeding all through this windy road versus just being like, hey, what are we focused on? What do we actually cover? Have you implemented the things that we've covered? Would you need help with what we covered? Because if you don't knock out the things we covered, then you wait till the end to try to start implementing. You're gonna be having questions on stuff that we could have knocked out as we were on those different paces. So spots. So let's just do that. Let's really just kind of be really disciplined with wherever we are in the program. Let's just execute on that. Let's make sure we answer all our questions. I just want clarity and execution. If I can give you that, you're going to make money, you're going to have confidence, and you can do everything you need to do. Stand store, once again, I'm saying it over and over again, everything that every one of you need to be able to have a organized, clean way to be able to present whatever offer, product, lead magnet, collect emails, etc. for every one of you. Setting up one-on-one calls, whatever you got going on, you can do it all inside of that platform, which is a big freaking deal. So I want you to go inside. I want you to be familiar. And this is another thing. Have all of you actually downloaded and went inside and played around in it yet? Like, every one of you should have taken, I think it's a trial period on it. You can use the 14-day free trial. There's no excuse not to be inside, to get acclimated to what they actually have inside of there. I don't care if you don't know what your product is. I don't care if any of that stuff. It's a 14-day trial. Get inside, take advantage of the trial, and get familiar with it. Hey, how do I put my league man? How do I use these buttons? How do I move stuff around? That's a definite must. Everybody needs to do that. All right, so back to the slides. Week 1, right? Things that we should have been picking up on already. We should have been knowing our niche. Position yourself as an authority by consistently speaking about your niche. So you should be going live daily and posting daily. How many of you in here have actually been going live every day? Let me see who's gonna lie to me. Who's gonna lie to me? Who's been live every day? Every day. Nobody? Ooh. You did a story but forgot to add me. Listen, start where you at, y'all. If it's 2 people in that motherfucker, I don't care. You got to show up. Get uncomfortable, sweat it out. I'm telling you, I did the same stuff. But if you don't ever start doing the process of going, you're never going to go. I give you all this information. I can give you all the tools and the cool stuff, and you can know everything, but then not do shit. And then it's no point. How do people know that you're the authority? How do they know that you're the expert? You think they're just going to know it because? No, you got to show up. And the simplest thing, just start off with 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You ain't got to go in there and give an hour presentation. Show them your lifestyle, what you're doing at your job. You're a contractor, show them you're doing contractor work. Just let your people start seeing you doing what you say that you want to be an authority in, or hear you talking about what you say that you want to be an authority in. That's daily. Think about it, man. We wake up in the morning, we used to watch Sports Center and all that stuff. We wake up. Why do we watch Sports Center? Because we know every morning we can wake up and count on it being there. Why do people watch the news? They know it's going. You can count on it being, hey, 11 o'clock is popping up. I had all kind of cool ways that I integrated my lives. I did closer after dark, so I'd be, hey, at midnight, every night at midnight, I go live. Now we're giving people something that they can look forward to. You got to do it. Hey, contractors after dark. We're going to talk about all the contract shit that we deal with, and we can da-da-da-da-da-da. Whatever. It doesn't even have to be after dark. It just be whenever. You set the mood for what you want in your business. But you got to show up. Like y'all, come on. We got to do it. I was like when I first couple of days, I saw people sending me stuff like, hey, I'm going live, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but you got to be consistent with it. Hey, listen, commit to your goals. You got to have your 6-month plan. I don't know when y'all going to start y'all 6 months because you came into training. You're supposed to start it 2 weeks ago, but you're already 2 weeks behind if you ain't been going live daily. Commit to that. Last week, you guys obviously familiarizing yourself with ChatGPT. Create your lead magnet with ChatGPT. We talked about Fiverr, how you can use some of the softwares like either Fiverr or Canva to help you with your lead magnet. We use Stan Store to make your lead magnet easy for your audience. And then you talked about starting promoting your lead magnet using the call to action to drive traffic to your, from with your customer list. All right. We talked about obviously giving you the bonus where we gave you ChatGPT and a Stan Store. That was a huge deal, right? We know what that was. Like this week, it's all about the irresistible offer, right? Creating the irresistible offer. And the fastest path to a digital fortune is doing everything with a clear intention from the beginning. And this is why I say, hey, everything that we do has to have clear structure, clear path, execution from every step that we take along this journey, right? So from marketing with intention and everything, the basics, right? The niche. No more talking and posting just random stuff. Like you have to become an authority in your niche. That's why I say you got to show up. Like you really have to start, being known for what you say that you want to be known for. Think about your customer avatar. Where's the person online? Who do they follow? What blogs do they read? Where can you easily find the people that you are wanting to have as far as your ideal people that you're going to do business with? We're talking about marketing with intention, right? Now from there, where do you build? What are my people looking for? Like, what are they struggling with? What are their biggest desires? What are their biggest pain points? What do they say they wish they could do or whatever, right? If we can understand like solving a pain point for somebody is the most important way, and that if you can truly get that pain point identified and then be able to solve it and give them solutions, this is the key to all your clients. I started this out with understanding in real estate that first off, many people were afraid to cold call. My first course was a cold calling course to help people overcome their fear of talking to sellers, right? Identify these pains that people are dealing with. How can I serve my audience? How can I help them accomplish their biggest desires? How can I help them solve and eliminate their pain points? What is the tangible result I can help them achieve? When I created my cold calling course, what it did was it gave them the confidence to help them get over their biggest fear, which was talking to sellers and saying the wrong thing that could blow a deal and be a deal killer. And when you got that confidence, now what happens as the end result is they can actually achieve and make money and have the confidence to be able to execute in their business. So you got to identify what somebody's struggling with in your niche. What's a way that you can solve a problem or create a solution that makes their life easier, which gets them away from the fear, the troubles, or whatever they had going on. Very, very, very important. Next level is how can I help them deliver the result they want faster, easier, and with less weightlifting on their end, making it easier. People pay for shortcuts to their success. That's why you guys are here, right? This is why surgeries will never go out of business. Some people just say, hey, look, they're going to go to the gym. It's hard work. You got to eat right. You got to be disciplined. Then somebody else say, hey, look, man, I'm going down to Miami and they're going to chop and screw me for $2,500. Think about it also like going to the gym alone versus a gym with a trainer. But once again, it's all about finding and creating a digital fortune with a irresistible offer. So every one of you need to find that irresistible offer that you're going to be able to offer to your customers. An irresistible offer is when an offer, product, or service, value, time, effort, and sacrifice saved to achieve the wanted result is far greater than the price that you're selling it for. So you got to think about it. When I create an offer for this digital fortune, this is something that can teach you how to make thousands of dollars. But when you package it up and you got all the different bonuses and things that we include inside, it makes it where it's even more enticing, and the value exceeds the price. So parts of an irresistible offer is your promise, your process, and your price. Okay. All right, your course idea. In order to build your digital fortune, you need a digital product to sell, right? And your irresistible offer is a way to help you help people solve a pain point. Your online course is a part of the process. Is how you deliver that solution to those people. And that's important for you guys to understand, that it's like you're really giving people guidance to make it and make their lives easier. You guys came in here because learning from me makes it easier for you to be able to launch your digital course, which you can start creating your digital fortune. Your online course is not your irresistible offer. Nobody wants to just buy a course. People buy results, and that's important. Like I always say this all the time, it's not what I can do, it's what I can do for you, what I can actually help you achieve. It's not about me just making the money, but what results can I give on the opposite end? They are buying into the promise of the transformation that you can help them achieve. And that's a very, very important piece. Every one of you came into this place with the idea of knowing that you could get information that could help you with a transformation. So how do you transform somebody? What is your offer doing that helps them get to another place in their life that's better than what it was before they came into your program? Then talking about like course idea. This is why we are focusing on understanding how to find the big pain points that you can solve, transformations that help people achieve. And once you find that, you provide a solution using that online course as the solution. So remember, the key, identify what somebody's pain points are, solve those pain points. Ways that you can find that is by simply going live and talking to your very audience and seeing what they talk about. What do you struggle with in business? This is why I say, hey, go live every day. Every day that you go live, you get different feedback from people that give you more and more insight about why you should or should not be doing, and what you can create as far as offers to help them out, because you'll hear their struggles. You'll know what they're fearful of. Final tipping point: marketing is human psychology. And while we'll touch on this in later modules, I want you to really understand something, that you got to understand that the foundation is the offer. But once you add urgency, bonuses, and deadlines, this is when you truly have something that becomes irresistible. Having just, one piece of it is cool, but once you add urgency, bonuses, those deadlines, man, that's when it really becomes a true irresistible offer. Here's a couple of things that I did where I created irresistible offers. I had my closers proven wholesale system. Inside of the whole wholesale system, we had contracts, templates, blueprints, all the little fundamental pieces that people needed to get started in real estate. And when you start creating all that stuff and then adding, hey, deadlines, and hey, you can get in for a limited amount of time, and creating amazing bonuses, people literally go crazy. I mean, you can create frenzies off having the right offer. Rona proof in itself, like you got to think about it, over 22,000+ active students in that program, over 50,000 all over the world, from having a great offer and knowing how to structure that. When you have you guys, for example, Digital Fortune, the way we package this thing, give you guys the Make Money While You Sleep program, all these other little elements that we've added to make the program just a no-brainer for you to come in here and be able to get access and learn. You can just see, I just talked about it right there. How do you find your irresistible offer? When you truly take time to understand what your people want, you can come up with an irresistible offer. The way that you do that is by interacting with your people, by going into, even if it's somebody that's an influencer in your space, and reading their comment section and seeing what people are saying they struggle with, or asking the most questions about. That's always going to give you basically tips that you can use to help people out. When you truly take time to understand what your people want, you can come up with an irresistible offer. In order to know what they want, you need to be communicating with them consistently, with the intention of finding out what they actually have going on. You can do Q&As, high performing posts. You can do YouTube searches. Just go into YouTube and how to find and whatever it is in your niche, and you can use that. Once again, comment section. You can do email surveys. You can talk to your audience in DMs, like one-on-one. That's another way to identify some things that identify your people, right? Once again, you see something in common, I keep telling you the same things I told you. You see me, I'm live. I'm always talking to my people. You got to go live. You got to talk to your people. It's so critical. There's no avoiding the work. You have to provide value to gain their trust and figure out what they want, then sell to them what they actually want and need. Like there's no skipping going live. There's no skipping like getting in front of your audience and really just building yourself as that authority consistently, right? All right, so real quick alignment check. Are you building a list full of ideal potential buyers of your offer? Huh? Your intention with your lead magnet, right? Are you creating an email list full of people who have an ideal, idea to ultimately purchase your irresistible offer? Are you hooking them in with small win and small taste of your expertise? Are you saving them time, effort, energy, and money? Remember, creating a quick blueprint for people. That lead magnet is gold, right? Your intention with low ticket products. Are you creating an ideal customer for your irresistible offer? Are you giving them the first step they need to be able to get ready when you make your offer? When I give you an ebook, when you buy an ebook from me, you buy these things, it's like inside of the ebook, I'm talking about my program. I lead you back into my full course. If you buy my Run-approved book, it refers you back to the actual course. It's giving them the steps that like shorten them, but also leading them into your offer. All right, so here's your homework, guys. First and foremost, you got to start finding and identifying your audience's pain points. Next week, I want you to come in with 10 pain points that your audience is facing, and you can't use ChatGPT. Put a paper trail on all the ways that you help them. Turn these ways into actual course ideas. Write down what the promise of the course would be. Write down what the price of the course will be. Consider the process as well, but we will go over all that stuff. And then write out an outline of what you would teach in order to help your customers achieve those desired results. All right? That's our homework. Screenshot that. Yeah, like I told you, you can't use ChatGPT. Yeah. I know y'all all gonna go do that with your cheating asses. I would. I would go. Hey, John Hall. You look like you was working or something, man. Where you at? Oh man, John busy, so he cut his camera off. We got you, John. Miss Castillo.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
All right. So I just want to get feedback. We have an intimate group, so I want to know what you've been able to do thus far. What struggles are you having?
So, Tony, honestly, my first struggle is not knowing, what my niche is. So I am a realtor, that's what I do, but I don't know if I necessarily want to target, like, let's say sellers or buyers. I'm wondering, also I'm a new mom. I have an 18-month-old. So I'm wondering if I do like new moms, and help with like their new normal, or if I help, going back to this, like new realtors, like what to expect after they get licensed. Yeah, I don't know, Tony, help.
Watch this. I laugh at some of this stuff because let me see I'm gonna share my screen in a second. Let me get back to it. See, that's perfectly okay. First and foremost, you got to remember your experience is your expertise.
Okay.
Like that's a very important thing. Anything that I have ever overcome, anything that I've ever encountered, I use that.
Okay.
It's extremely powerful. Like I tell people, like my experience when I used to work at Red Lobster, I was a waiter at Red Lobster. Why is that important? Because now when I go in a restaurant, so I can appreciate a server. I can appreciate good service. I can appreciate bad service. You know, I got the experience to know what it's like to be a server. You know, when we think about a lot of times things that we go through, we assume that sometimes everybody else goes through the exact same thing. So we might limit what we think is important or what is powerful. You as a new realtor, you as a new mom, whatever it might be, there's somebody else that's going to come through the stages that you're going through, and you can guide them with the things that you went through and experienced and help them avoid the troubling parts, right? See, for me, I wasn't the biggest real estate investor in the world. I wasn't the baddest real estate investor in the world. I just had a strategy that I had went through personally, and it worked extremely well. And then I started giving people the tips that I avoided and what I did well. Simple, right? I didn't have to be, hey, I'm selling 1,000 properties a month. I'm the biggest in the back. No, I just had to give people my expertise, my experience. See, we don't have to be the baddest yet, but your experience is somebody else that hadn't been through what you've been through.
Okay.
And somebody else that can resonate with your story as a mom, as a realtor. And if you put that into a place where you can say, hey, what did I struggle with as a realtor when I first came out? What were my biggest challenges? How can I help other moms that are realtors avoid that? Because I'll make a play on both. I wouldn't just be the mom or the realtor. I would be, how am I the mom realtor who's overcome being that mom and being able to create X, Y, and Z, ... But once again, my best friend in 2023 is who? Can you tell me who my best friend is?
ChatGPT.
Hey, listen, I know Nicole might be feeling the way sometimes, because I'm like, baby, I done found me a new boo. Like, this thing is crazy. Like,
Tony, so I can't remember now, but I'll share with you and Karina in the group. So there's actually also another IA program where you can talk, you know, if people are afraid to do video, like let's say they're doing a video course, like AI will correct your eyesight, you know.
I
And
have all
also,
that. Yeah, I got every, trust me. I'm gonna give you guys a bunch of tools. I'm gonna give you a bunch of things that will help you. But check this out. You see me in ChatGPT? Can you see this?
yes.
You see what I put right here?
Wait, hang on. Let me. Realtor Struggles 2023. Oh my God, yes.
Look what I was searching. Hey, because this is the same stuff. Hey, what are the biggest struggles for realtors in 2023? Boom.
Wow.
Hey, how can I find more realtor clients? Listen, I already did this, and this wasn't even my topic. It's easy. Listen,
No.
ChatGPT changed the game. Like, there's no excuse for any one of you. Now, just I want you to think, my experience is my expertise. And if I can unlock that, and I can show people ways that I've been able to overcome certain elements and even overcoming like the struggles. I say, hey, what are my top struggles as a new realtor? What did you struggle with? Tell us.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
So honestly, it was you know, gaining clients and getting them to the closing table. Like I probably closed my first deal at 3 months, you know. Some people can't handle that.
You know, literally, I'm creating a course for realtors right now on obtaining more clients.
Well, you look at that.
Why do you think I'm doing that? Because I already understand the struggle of realtors. Most realtors struggle with obtaining new clients. So boom, hey, how do you obtain new clients? That's something that you need to be identifying, because now you know other realtors, hey, is it taking you 90 days or more to find your first client? Let's talk about how I was able to get my first deal, get it to the closing table, what I did as a new mom, as a new realtor, and I can show you on this live exclusive,
Bam.
Are you a new mom that's a realtor and looking to try to get started, but you had trouble finding clients? Hey, let me show you how I was able to get my first deal in 90 days or less, and this is the steps I took. Holy shit. How simple. Don't complicate it. Think about your experience and how your experience can help other people. Listen.
Tony, what was your quote? My experience is my expertise, right?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, Tony.
Think about this. You're welcome. One of my biggest deals was $88,500, right? But that wasn't why people started knowing me. It was a part of the reason why people started knowing me. What I did was I understood one key element. If I could show other people how they could shortcut and get to what I did as quickly as possible, I could win, right? My dad had been in real estate for 26 years. He has way more experience than me. He's way better than me when it comes to this, but I kick his ass when it comes to this piece. Because I understood how to solve people's problems and make an irresistible offer that could share my experience, my expertise. I never told anybody, not one person, that I'm the baddest wholesaler ever, because I'm not. But I'm the smartest motherfucker. Like, you got to think about it. Like, there's been people been wholesaling for 20, 30 years. You never heard of them, but you heard of me.
That's right.
Because I understood what people's pain points were, how it was appealing to be able to market to them, creating the irresistible offer. You got to think about it. When you create something that you successfully done, and then you can get repeatable results for other people by doing it, that is gold. See, that's all I did. I said, let me show you what I did, y'all. I'm going to give you the exact steps on how I did it. I walk people through the exact steps of how I did it. I even did it for free. I showed them how to do it for free. Some of you guys, you want to make money right out the gate? It's okay not to make money out the gate. I did a 31-day challenge, 31 freaking days straight. 2-3 hours every freaking day. Are you willing to put in that type of work to get that consistent, to be that obsessed that you can change lives and change your life? Are you willing to sit down with 20 moms, 5 moms, or 3 moms and help them get their goals? See, sometimes you guys look at numbers and you want to get 100 people or 500 people, but if you get one person, that one person turns into 2 people. 2 people turn into 3 people. Even if it takes you longer, you can start building out something that's even more powerful. The reality of what I did was I got so intimate with my people that I made lifelong bonds. I don't have to worry about it. People will fight for me. Like, I literally watch people go in the comments and will go off about a person that they've never met in their life, but they feel like they know me because of what I've been able to do for them. See, that's what you want to create. When you give so much value, when you put so much and pour so much into people, they now will be like, hey, I'm going to be your warrior. See, when people talk about Beehive and Beyonce or whoever it is, you think about what that really means. She created a movement of people that believed in her so much and what she represented that they were willing to go to bat for her. That's what you have to create when you get with your clients. I take so much time into doing that piece. That's why I say go live every day. It's a method to the madness. When people, like, you got to think about it. Cardi B is the perfect example. Cardi B is like all over the place, right? Some people hate her. Some people love her, but I love what she represents because she represents authenticity. I remember when I first heard Cardi B, I was turned off like crazy. I was like, man, this is the worst example of what I would want to see as far as when they're pushing out to our community. When I first saw her, we used to see the little live, she'd be saying all kind of wild, crazy stuff. Like, it was a damn mess. And I'm sitting back like, this is what they're pushing in front of our young kids and our women, and they're going to be, and I was very judgmental of it. But then you watch over time how she's been able to evolve, build, and make a huge brand for herself because she focused on the people that were for her. She poured into the people that she didn't care about the people that was hating and saying negative shit, the doubters like myself. She made me respect. I got invited to a birthday party, and I'm sitting that bitch like, I would have never thought in my life I'd be sitting at a Cardi B birthday party. Because that's what I just had mentally. I had thought that ain't my, I just wasn't. But then you just watch people build and evolve, and they gain this momentum for truly being authentic and believing in themselves. And this is one of the things I can't express enough. Share your story with your people. See, that's what Cardi won with. See, most people think it's the music. She won the people first.
Mm-hmm.
Her music was trash at first. Like, it really was. Nobody was listening to Cardi B's music. Nobody was like, hey, put on that Cardi B. No, you were not at the beginning. No, not at the beginning. Not at the beginning. Maybe a little bit later, but at the beginning, we saw she's on Love and Hip Hop. We was like, you don't know about that one. But she has, she built an audience of people who saw her show up. She was going consistent on live. She was her true character, her true self, built an amazing, amazing following that she turned into a multi-million-dollar brand. And I want you to understand that means if an artist, a rapper, or whatever gets on live daily, if you see guys like myself, you see Gary Vee and all these people that talk about showing up daily, like, to really get to that level of success, you got to think about, what does it take? And are you prepared and willing to do it? Because it's worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Is it work? Heck yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, Tony, honestly, everything you're saying totally makes sense. So, you're saying create raving fans, and to have that discipline, which is what I'm working on 2023, to do that every day, so preach.
And the thing is, 15 minutes. Try 15 minutes a day. 10 minutes. Get on there, do it. Just show up. John, real quick, John, I know you like, how old are you, John?
58.
58. John's 58 years old, built like he's 22 years old. Man's in phenomenal shape, right? What is your are you doing fitness, John? What do you
I do well, I'm all around. I do wellness and fitness. So my thing really is to get to people that you don't have to live in pain. A lot of people go through life thinking, oh, I'm getting old, so I gotta be in pain. That's part of getting old. That's not the truth. You need to be educated on how to get rid of those things. So that's what I'm trying to monetize with your program now, because I already have a kit put together. I have videos. I just need to know how to market it and put it out there.
And we're going to get into marketing. I think we're like a week or two away from the marketing piece. But I think one of the things that like, even for you, John, because we know, like, man, I watch you. I've seen you showing up, you posting your workouts, things of that nature. But now taking it to the next level and going live and even bringing your clients on that you work with, and letting people see you in your element more frequently. That consistency, man. When people see you in your element, like it like people just start associating you with that thing. Like everywhere.
That's the problem.
Everywhere I go down, I'm the real estate guy. There's so many other things I do, but the only thing people think about me is real estate. Like, it doesn't matter. And this is what I want you to understand, is when you just do one thing so consistent, that's what you're associated with.
Okay. The one thing that I'm having an issue with, and I just got to get out of my comfort zone, is that I am not that comfortable in front of the camera.
Nobody is. Nobody starts off and comfortable in front of a camera. Like, it just doesn't happen. I don't give a shit who you are, how good looking you think you are, how smooth talking, whatever. When you first start, that shit is I'm telling you, man, I sweat bullets when I first started. Man, I talk with my tongue, and I'm worried about people talking about, man, he talk with his tongue, he got a lisp, he does it. Man, I had every self-limiting belief, doubt, all that in my head. We all get nerves. We all get, something that gets us rattled or frazzled when we do. Man, it's just human nature. Man, when I first started my Instagram live shit, I would have to have a towel that I kept on my leg that I would keep doing like this on. I don't know if you can see me, but I would be doing this number here, wiping my hands off.
Oh, okay.
They would be sweating profusely. Like I'm talking about, I'm nervous as shit. Even though I know what I'm talking about, I was still nervous. It's just part of it. Now, 3, 4 years later, 5 years later, y'all see me, man. I come on this, I can do this shit in my sleep.
Right, right.
It
Yeah,
didn't
because like when
it didn't start this way though, John.
when I'm in person, I ain't got no issues. I can sit here and just pop it off like confidence, blah blah blah. No issues whatsoever. Like I'm sitting here talking to you right now, no issues. And I'm gonna get over it but I just get like, I just be like, I don't know. It's like a sticking point where I'm like, I'll do it later.
So this
I don't know.
This is what each of you should do, right? If
Okay.
if you know that there's a bit of uncomfortableness for you, right? First thing, people are uncomfortable first and foremost because they have no structure, so they don't know what to expect. So create a structured environment around whatever you feel like that topic is, and you stay specifically to that. You can even if you need guidance, you can have a person that's an assistant or a friend ask you the questions on the opposite side, so you can just already have a script in mind and you can just respond to it. So now instead of looking at the camera, you can look off to your friend on the side and talk to your friend while you're getting recorded. So it's not always about just simplify it. Get structure.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
But we can't not do it. Nobody in here cannot show up for themselves. That's their new rule. Like this shit ain't for me. Like I think some people think they let me down. I'm already rich. And I already got your money. I'm good. You on the other hand, is now time for you to be able to get ROI on the investment. To get ROI on the investment is called implementation.
Right.
When I said, hey, how many of you guys have started going live every day? Every one of you should have been in here like, hey man, I was in here stuttering, fumbling all over, but I was there. That's the key. Hey y'all, I'm starting a new journey and I want you guys to follow me. Tell people your freaking journey.
Okay.
Tell people what you're doing. It's okay, man. When I first started, I told them I was doing this new. My success comes from vulnerability.
That is true, because that's how I got hooked on you. I was like, oh, this brother just out here being raw with it. I was like, okay, I'm a follow him. That's when I started the Rotor Proof.
People can identify it. They feel it. You can smell it. It's different. When I come out and I say, hey, man, when I first started selling cars, perfect example. I didn't come off to everybody like I was freaking the thousand cars a year type of salesperson. I said, hey man, I'm new here and I'm just learning, but I'm gonna do my best to take care of you. I'm gonna take you along my journey, and I was transparent with it. Same thing when you get online, you start talking to people. When I first made my first YouTube videos, it was like, hey, what's up, guys? This is Tony the Closer. I couldn't even get my word. I'm gonna show y'all this video. I'm gonna go find it. I could not get my word. I had 32 takes. I couldn't even say my fucking name. Hey, what's up? It's Tony the. Hey, it's Tony the. Hey, what's up? It's Tony. God damn it, I couldn't even get my name out. But then I was like, hey, look, I'm gonna take you along my journey as I help you guys, and I build this process of wholesaling real estate, and I'll show you my journey of being able to do the same and how you can do it with me. That was it. It wasn't about me being the biggest and the baddest and the whatever. And then as I had success, people were able to see the success. They could follow the journey. They could be a part of it. And then guess what happens when people start seeing your success? They want to mirror it. Every one of you came in here because you saw what I was doing. You said, damn, I want some of that. And it's possible for every one of you, but it starts with the understanding. Hey, how do I show up for myself? How do I show up for my audience? How do I find out those pain points that we know are the struggles for those people I'm talking to? And then how do we create solutions based off those problems that we're identifying? And then once we do that, the consistency is the only thing that's going to be the differentiator. Once we've identified all of the problems and we got a solution for it, and then we just consistently show up, guess what happens? You become known in your space for that thing. And there's all kind of hacks that you can do as far as marketing to get more people, more eyeballs. And we'll talk about that. The affiliate marketing list. I'll put all that stuff in here. But it's a reason why I haven't put that inside the chat. So I know inside the course, because I know a lot of you like, hey, where's the funnel? Where's this? You guys are going to try to go jump straight into that shit, and you're going to get lazy and you're going to not do it. So I'm intentionally taking you through the journey of having to do everything else first. Like, everybody wants the marketing list, everybody wants the funnel, but like, are you actually going to show up and talk to your audience? Like, because at the end of the day, if you got a funnel, you got everything in place, but nobody knows what you got going on, you have no credibility, you have no nothing, like what are you going to sell? The first thing starts with having people that know what you got going on, build that trust factor, build out your why, and knowing what you're targeting for these people, knowing exactly what they got going on, and then we sell.
I'm glad you said that, because I was sitting up in here in the stuff like, man, where's this stuff at?
Yeah, so
I'm like, let me call Tony's ass. My shit ain't up in here. You know me, I'll be like hot, like, God damn it, where's this shit at?
John, you one of my favorite students. I ain't gonna lie, man. You always been animated and raw. So I mean, but that's what, like, I think this is the thing, is like, I get to attract people who resonate with me. And I want everybody to really take a deep dive into thinking about, who are you attracting? Where are they at? How do I find these people? Where do other people like me hang out? Where do other people like me, spend time at, so I can go and be in those exact same places and provide some sort of value to them? And then we start taking that, and we start bringing and offering opportunities to be able to come talk or have whatever. It's so many ways that you can build that up by knowing what people got going on, knowing how to identify where they are. And then obviously, like, when you start creating your league magnets and your courses and your programs, they have something that you can catch them with later. But the key thing is, every one of you want to start focusing on that brand aspect. And even doing it without even thinking about the paycheck first. When I first started, I knew I was going to get paid, but I knew it was okay to get free shit first. Like, I did so much free before I charged. I did so much free that, like, it was a no-brainer by the time I charged. I offered so much insane value by the time I actually charged something. People were buying, and I didn't even know how to sell properly yet. My first webinar was like a freaking mess. I blew it in my eyes. I was nervous. I hung that shit up. Like, I'm cursing people out because they were like being ignorant in the comments. And I made like $40,000 and $60,000. I didn't even know I messed the whole damn thing up, I thought. And then people start buying. I was like, oh shit. Like, but that came from creating so much value in the marketplace and being so consistent that when I finally had an offer that people could buy, it was like, I'm in. And that was me doing 5-6 months or so of just value-based shit. Like, I wasn't expecting $1. I would sit on a live and I would answer people questions, tell them what they say to the seller. I mean, I'm just giving them everything. People coming on my live and they're like, hey, I just made $30K. The motherfucker wouldn't even give me $10. Like, they didn't buy me dinner. I was watching all these people. I was like, God damn. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's about time to charge now. I'm like, all right, like, you start looking, you're like, all right, they making money and they ain't sending me nothing back. So I guess we gotta get ours where we can. So that's the thing though, is like being okay with, at the beginning, in the early stages, is not being paid. I know that sounds a little bit different from what you probably would have expected coming inside a Digital Fortune, but if I told you you would sacrifice $20 now for $100 later, would you do it? That's the idea. See, a lot of people would rather go pick up a quick 20 than realize that, hey, you might have 1,000 if you take a little bit of time. And that's the key to this thing is like once you actually take the time to build out, have all your systems and organization, have that targeted audience that now respects you as the expert or the person that they trust in that field, it's game over. My dad has more real estate knowledge than me, but he can't sell more shit than me just because of the way I position myself. And I just want you to understand that. Think about how powerful that is. Think about, because I've got, he called me literally 2 days ago. He goes, I'm gonna kick your ass. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, man, I had 2 people walk up to me today and say, hey, you Tony the closer's dad. And he's a multi-millionaire. You know, got to get under his skin. He's like, you motherfucker, like, but that's the thing. I have done such a phenomenal job of creating value in the marketplace, and I have so many people who made money with me. Like my dad, his focus was only on the business, only on the real estate business itself. While me, I was on the people. See, I don't have to be the baddest in real estate. I just got to be the one that people associate with it. You don't have to be the baddest in your niche. You just got to be the one that they know about it. See, the difference between me and my dad, people know who I am. They didn't know who he was. Now they know him from being through me. It doesn't mean that I actually have more real estate knowledge than him, right? So that's the key. Like putting yourself in a position where you become the source for people in whatever your niche is. And you can only do that by showing up. You can only do that by creating value in that place. All right. I think that's a good wrapping place. Great call tonight. Execution. That's all I want to see from everybody. Execution. If you do the things that we covered in these first 3 weeks, I'm telling you, everything gets better and better, and more confidence will grow as you start putting this together. You have all the tools. There's no excuse for anybody in here.
Tone, so I can the previous ones that I wasn't.
Yeah, it's all in the email.
Okay, cool.
You got access to everything. John,
Okay.
make sure Karina that we knew he was he wasn't in here.
I wasn't in here. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the fuck? Has this shit launched yet? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, we apologize about that, John, man. We miss you, man. I was like, where the hell is John?
Yeah, man. I was calling Kat like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Oh, let me talk to Tony. I said, well, you need to talk to him ASAP. I need my shit. So, all right, cool.
Cool.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
You want to start an accountability chat? Hey, we're going to actually put a group inside of Kajabi where we can all create a chat and be able to stay on point and see who's doing what and everything. So we'll be working on the next day or so. We'll start that this week. Yeah, I'm excited. Like this is a big deal. I think if everybody in here truly believes in themselves and listens and executes, that you'll be closer than you realize to being able to start making money with your online presence and brand. The keys are coming together for you in this program, but it's really about let's execute on everything that we've covered in the first few weeks so we can make sure that we are on page. Getting inside of ChatGPT, creating your lead magnet, identifying your niche, who your people are, where they at. I want you to be able to truly confidently be able to say, hey, here's what I'm focusing on. Here's the people. Here's where I can find my people. All that without even having to stutter. So how many ebooks can you have? As many as you want. Like, there's no limit to ebooks. Like, shit, you can have one ebook that's free, and then you can have a bunch that you're selling. Like, I mean, ebooks are digital product. Any digital product, man, I want to have 1 million of them. It's okay. I can have shit. Digital products, the more the merrier. To me, I have two books right now. But I could have made 5 more that were more like dialed in on specific topics and made me even more money. Shit, what I found with Chat GPT, I'm probably gonna make me about 7 more books now of different things that I know people struggle with. And now, like, see, here's the thing. I think you got to understand the importance of like getting known for one thing and being good at it. And then after you get known for that one thing, to be able to expand afterwards. A lot of people want to go and try to move too fast and bounce from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. Really, really important to be centered first. See, once you're centered, you got all your structure, then you go out and start being, because people never trust somebody that seems like they're everywhere. Like, what the hell is this person doing? Man, last week you was teaching credit. This week you're teaching this. Next week you're teaching Toro. The next week you're teaching Arabic. Man, hold on, bro. Like, I don't know what you got. Like, are you just selling me whatever seemed like a trend? Or like, is this something that you actually know what you got going on? And that's important. You don't want to just seem like you hopping from this spot to that spot to that spot. Like, as I've now grown and I've strategically taken, I didn't want to just, like, I knew my, for you guys that don't know, I knew my experience was way beyond real estate. I've been in everything. The credit stuff that some of these guys are selling, I've fixed everybody in my family's credit since 2007. Like I know credit inside out, but I didn't come out and sell a credit course. I've been doing the car business since 2007. I'm a beast. I sold thousands of cars in the car industry. I could have came out making videos about cars. I didn't. Never made a single video. I could have came out talking about football. I didn't. Stayed on one thing. One thing, guys. I could have talked about video. I game like crazy. I played more video games than you guys would even imagine. I could have came out and focused on anything. I have so many different things that I have that I could use as an expertise. But what did I focus on? Probably the thing that I had the least amount of experience. At the time, it was probably my least experienced thing, but guess what it was? It was something I was doing and people could identify with it because I said, hey, I want to take you along my journey. Not perfect. I'm not the best. This is what I'm doing, and I'm going to share it with you how I do it. And because I took them along with me, now they were able to see everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. And then as I got better, they got better. As I had wins, they had wins. And I shared it until like I got to the place where now I'm helping so many people make money. Then like it becomes a whole different element. How many people can like it? If my dad can say, hey, I can do $1 million a year, in real estate, but I can say, hey, I just helped 200 people make 100 grand. Think about who's really making moves in real estate. Now it's me. I didn't have to be the one that's actually doing it, but now I've influenced so much money to move because of what I've taught other people. Like now you become like now you become so much more of an influence in the industry because you can touch more people. That's the idea. So, Nikki, yes.
Hey, Tony. Hey, everyone. Okay, Tony, I have 2 things. I've been in the corporate industry since 1999. I learned everything about corporate credit, how to structure everything. I made a lot of money with that back in the day before the real estate fall. Bought a house with it, had clients paying me $10,000 checks every month, lawyers, football agents. I still do it and dabble in it now. Hence the reason how I got my husband. But I helped him build him. But at the same time, I also have a product that I sell from my experience of being diagnosed with something the doctor said I had, but I didn't. And they put me on all this medicine, but I did my research and my experience and going through this, I found things as, I can't think of the gentleman's name that was just on John. And now I created products with a doctor and nurse I have in my family that I sell. So I'm trying to differentiate the 2. What should I do? The health products that I have, which are natural. People don't understand how they can not be in pain, like John said, I believe his name is, or the corporate industry. I'm trying to differentiate the 2 because I have a lot of experience being 53. I've been through a lot. People trust me.
Yeah. So leverage your trust, right? And it starts with, like I said, go live, talk to your people. Where are the people at that you want to identify with, whether that be people that are in the wellness industry, whether that be people in the corporate space. See, like, you know what value you can create, whether that's in systems, whatever that is that you do well. That's kind of like first thing you guys gotta say, hey, like, what can I provide as far as value in whatever niche targeted, thing that I got going on? What problems do these people see that I know my experience can help them overcome? If that's the wellness industry, if that's the, you pick what you feel like you want to approach. The thing that I tell you is, like, where's your passion? What do you most like? What do you feel like you're going to stick to? Like, that's another important piece. Like, I think a lot of people overlook, like, what are you going to commit to? Are you going to commit to the wellness piece because it's a passion of yours? Are you going to commit to the other? Like, what is going to really keep your attention? What do you feel like is going to get most of your love?
I feel like both. I know it may be impossible. I equally love both because in day to day, I'm always working on me and my husband's business. Day to day, I'm always being involved with the health because I keep me healthy, I keep him healthy, I keep my family healthy. I'm always talking about the health. I go outside, I'm talking about business. I have a neighbor, my neighbor next door is a doctor. I'm trying to incorporate him with as far as him coming along to do some other things I want to do with my products that I have. So I talk about each one of them equally every day. I'm in both of them every day. As soon as I get up, I'm involved and I'm immersed in both.
Yeah, pick one for now. Whatever one you more. And the reason why I say that is it's easier to get known for one thing than it is to get known for multiple. So you got to make the decision that whatever it is that you want to commit. That doesn't mean that you give up on the other stuff. See, like, for me, personally, I focused on real estate exclusively at the beginning, but I still had all the other things that I still had passion for and care about. And now I'm able to do it. You notice I got podcasts, all other kind of shit going on now. But that wasn't what I started with. Like, see, the thing is, you start where you are and you create one targeted thing that you care about, that you're going to show up for yourself and be consistent with, and then you grow. Don't feel like you have to be everything all at once. Sometimes people have too many skill sets and they think they got to show all of them at once.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't trying to do that. I didn't try to be the football player and the basketball. I mean, I ain't trying to do all that. Nah, let me talk about real estate. Just take one thing, focus on whatever it is, but you can still have all that other stuff going on in the background. But for brand purposes and things like that, you want to get whatever you feel like you can solve the most problems and get the most impact. That's where I go first.
Okay. I'm just trying, I want to create the more ebooks because I'll be done, you guys. I was looking at it while you were talking. I want to create multiple ebooks with the business, far as incorporating, structuring. So I was just trying to think of a way of breaking every piece of that down, far as how to start, how to format, how to lay your foundation, how to structure, how to get the credit, how to set up this, how to set up that. So I'm thinking going there because I think it'll be a little bit more, let's say, easier to put together and go live to talk versus the health. And I can sell that in my stand store, the other products, as far as the health. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you can sell everything in stand store. The thing that I like, once again, ebooks easy to create. You can make as many as you want to. My thing is, like, what's your niche? What are you getting known for? What are you locking into? What pain points are you solving? How are you able to, like, really get somebody that is struggling on something and be able to identify how you can help them get to the end result, of whatever that is. You solve a problem, you get paid. That's the whole idea of anything in the world. If you can solve a problem, you can get paid. And you got to focus on that. So however you can extract that, whatever you feel like your value best for whatever marketplace you want to focus on, attack it. But I do recommend finding one to begin with. Like, not saying that you gotta be stuck and married to it forever, and that's the only thing that you talk about forever. But you definitely want to start off and be very, isolated at the beginning.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, everybody. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to see who's actually taking action. We're going to get the group started so we can hold some accountability sessions and see who's actually going live, who's talking to their audience, who's identifying the pain points and problems. I'll be doing some stuff in the group just to really get that going. Remember, this is about not right now, but where will you be 6 months from now? Where will you be a year from now? I think a lot of times when you start something, it's like while you're in it, you don't realize the growth that you can have in each step in each stage. It's like a fitness journey. As I started going to the gym, you know, at the beginning, you really don't notice much of the changes. You don't notice the results, but other people start noticing it first. Other people start seeing the changes in your body and things of that nature, but you don't see it. And you might get thrown off and quit or fall off and go have, you know, those setbacks because you're not focused on the long-term view. Everybody here should be saying, hey, where do I want to be 6 months from now? And after those 6 months are all over with, where do I go 6 months after that? And then like just take it and break it down like that. And I'm telling you, when I look at where I am right now, I'm like, there's no freaking way. But it was the small steps, and you look back over time, you'll be so thankful for the execution, the sacrifices and things that are required, because you're going to have to make sacrifice. You're going to have to do some shit that you don't want to do. You're going to have to, you know, kind of go through the stages, but the back end is so much worth it. It's so much worth it. Like you can't discount the feeling of being able to prove yourself right and be able to get paid in your sleep, because that's where a lot of you will be from consistency. Now, if 6 months from now you just starting this shit because you decided that you was going to half-ass it, then you got to think about it. Where would you been 6 months ago? The old saying about the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, 100 years ago, right? Like everybody says that. We know like, hey, the best time to plant a tree was a long time ago, but like the next best time is right now, right? If there's no tree planted, then there's no fruit that can ever come from it. There's no leaves that can grow. There's no nothing. And a lot of you get stuck in the very beginning stages of not letting yourself really get the roots, letting your roots get into the soil and letting it really be able to grow and get nurtured. Like everybody is so brittle at the beginning, and you just get pushed over because you haven't allowed yourself to truly immerse in what we got going on and people to like dive in with you and be able to be a part of it. So make sure like your 6 months from now isn't starting from scratch. It's starting with substance. It's starting with execution. It's moving with execution and structure, right? It's not that hey man, I came in, all I did was stay consistent. I knew what I wanted. I knew who my people were that I wanted to target. I found out what their problems and their pain points were, and I just stayed on that until I couldn't no more. I just stayed on it. Hey, how do I help more people in this area right here? Stay on it, stay on it, stay on it. I just kept helping people. Your idea and whatever you do should be helping people. If you solve their problem, your life gets better. Simple put. That's all we got. Hey, solve a problem, get paid. Solve a problem, get paid. Solve a problem, get paid. All right, everybody. Good night. Thank you.